Hello everybody, welcome back to Cooking with Brenda and David. I gotta add him sometime. He might be the cameraman, but he's still my honey. Well, I'm making a dish tonight called cabbage casserole. It's been around for a long time. Used to make it for years, you know. I had worked a lot, so trying to make casseroles goes a long ways. Just me and my daughter normally, and so I tried to make things that would do a couple days, you know, and this makes a lot. Usually I lived across the road a long time from my parents, so I could always share if it was too much. Cooking up some hamburger now, but I'm also gonna add onion. Have to get this onion going in there. But it won't matter if the onion don't get completely done because it'll finish cooking in the casserole. But I'm going to still go ahead and cut some. Need 2 pounds of hamburger. You need a medium onion, which mine's more than medium, but that's okay. Now, I'm going to tell you now while I'm doing it. The recipe calls for 2 pounds of ground beef, a medium onion, two cans of Rotel tomatoes. Now Rotel, there's mild and hot out there, so you got to be careful. If you like the hot, then that's fine. And you got to I'm not going to cook the tomatoes in here. I remember a long time ago I wanted the tomatoes cooked in here too, but when you drain this, you're going to drain your juice. You don't want to drain your the juice in your tomatoes. So just cut this up according to how you want it. If you want big chunks is fine. It's going to cook up anyway. And I just can't do all that little anymore. I got things I could do it with, but I wasn't prepared all the way tonight. Sorry about that. But I want you to see what I'm doing because it's important. You know, you're supposed to cook this and the tomatoes together, but if you do, you're going to need that juice from the tomatoes, so you don't want to cook it in here. So you got 2 pounds of hamburger, a medium to large onion, you got 2 cans of Rotel tomatoes, a head of cabbage. It's up to your liking. Cut it how it needs to be cut up, so cut it however you want to cut it. It's up to you. And then you need a bag or a box of breadcrumbs. I've actually didn't have breadcrumbs before, and I used stovetop, and it was really good, real good. When you have to just do what you got, do it with what you got instead of running to the store. It was real good. Try to get a little bit smaller because I don't like to take just a big old bite of a chunk of onion, but these are sweet onions. I use sweet onions all the time so they won't burn your eyes. Now I'm not through with the onion yet, so I'm not done here yet. I got some more. That might be enough onion. I probably don't have to put this whole thing in there because it is just a medium onion. And I'll just be honest with you, before I'd go get the cheapest onion, and it would make you cry like a baby. I love these sweet onions, but you know how I cook them in the microwave, boy. Oh, they're so good. Well, look.
That was on one of your other shows.
Yeah, and it's on there.
Yeah.
It's on there if you ever want.
What'd you call that?
I'm gonna set this,
Baudel?
I want to put this in a baggie because onions are actually not any good once you cut them, but I'm going to put it in a baggie. I'm not going to throw it away. For right now, I'm just going to put it in the baggie and set it right here and try to get some of the air out. Now let me wash my hands. See? I've always got soap and disinfectant, but I don't put disinfectant on my hands when I'm cooking because I don't want it to taste like disinfectant. Ow!
Dr. Ruth's surgical unit.
You ding dong. You've been a ding dong again today. Well, the most important thing is that we're being ourselves. And folks, I've had a lot of people to say, please don't change. We're not going to change. We are who we are. No reason to change. Now, I'm letting this cook a little bit. This hamburger, I'm letting it cook a little bit. Now, I have already given you all the ingredients. Now, let me tell you this. You're going to do a layer of hamburger, a layer of cabbage, a layer of hamburger, a layer of cabbage, and on and on. When you're done, you're going to put a package, a box, or whatever of breadcrumbs on top of it, okay? You're going to put either some olive oil or some melted butter or margarine over the top of the breadcrumbs. Cover it up. It's going to bake on, I think it's going to bake on, if I remember right, let me look because I don't want to tell you wrong, 350 for 45 to 50 minutes. And everyone knows it's according to your oven. Some ovens cook hotter than others. This oven cooks fine, though it's 100 years old. It still cooks good. I'm just kidding. It's not 100.
It's been a good one. It's lasted a lot of years.
Not quite 100. What's a Maytag? Maytag's always been good product.
This whole thing's probably 20 years old. That's
I'm going to make sure, the reason I'm going to make double sure the hamburger's good and done because you don't want no grease. Now let me tell you on this, you can use a regular hamburger, but you're going to get a lot of it, fry a lot of it away. You can use ground chuck, and that's pretty good, I think. If you use ground round, you're going to have little to no hamburger. So this dish would be good with ground round or at least ground chuck. But I've got one ground chuck and one regular in here because I had them in the freezer. So I think it's almost done.
You didn't say nothing about this big pickle right here.
What big pickle? David.
Or whatever that is.
I've done told you. How many times I got to tell you? I'm the cook.
Yes, dear.
I've already given them all the ingredients that go into it, okay? This is the ingredients that go into it. Where's my cabbage? I haven't even washed my cabbage yet.
That's all right. We don't need to wash it.
I do need to wash it. You know better than that.
We used to eat them all the time when we were kids, unwashed, right out of the field.
What
dirt and all.
We used to go out and get them onions.
My grandpa was a cabbage farmer. We ate more cabbage than we did anything in this world.
When my mama was carrying me, she told me that she was craving onions, and she went out in the garden and sit down and just pulled them little old green onions, and she'd pull them little green onions and just eat them sitting right there.
Oh yeah, we'd eat raw green beans,
tomatoes,
raw sweet potatoes,
beans, everything out of the garden. Ain't died yet.
But we ate a lot of cabbage, I can tell you that.
God made dirt, and dirt won't hurt. But I am a good, clean cook, and I'm proud of that. I've always been. I don't want to eat hair or nothing. My hair's always back normally. Had to get David to pull it back in the last time, and whoops.
Uh-oh.
It's alright, it's my little thingy there. Well, like I said, these onions will cook up and the rest of it. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to do. Y'all know me, and I got something extra that needs to go in there now, and there it is. I've done washed it, but David touched it, so I'll go ahead and give it another little rinsing, and then we'll dry it because I don't want the water in there.
Ooh, what's this right there?
What?
It's a bug or something.
David! What are you doing, you dingbat?
Let me have it. There's some kind of little bugs in here.
You're being silly.
Whoops, there's a few more of them.
It's raisins, everybody. It's raisins. He's being silly.
Them bugs are good.
Shut up. You're going to make everybody mad at us. Thinking we're putting bugs in the food.
No.
Folks, there's no bugs in the food. He's being silly. He always is like that.
I told you I was going to do something like that.
Well, you shouldn't.
I know. I'm just kidding
that.
around. I know. I'm just joking with you.
So, you know I got this zucchini, so I'm going to throw it in there.
Actually, them raisins are pretty good. Maybe
they
you
are
better.
good, and I need them for my fresh apple cake, please. You eat all you want, we'll get more.
Might have to add the raisins to it.
Well, since this is a meat and vegetable thing, it don't call for any type of fruit. I just thought I'd go ahead and cut this zucchini up in here. And that's not all either, by the way. Look at here. And let me wash this off because I see some dust on the lid.
Don't get burned, that water's hot.
I know it's hot.
Now turn it off and say,
Could I please get through, tidy?
yes,
He's
dear.
so tight he squeaks, let me tell y'all. This man is so tight he squeaks. Uh-oh. And sometimes I have to get him to open this stuff because I can't. And you might see him doing that from time to time, but you know, this is our show. We're doing the best we can with it. We'll go eat it. And you know, I have RA, so sometimes I need his help with stuff like
When
that.
we're going to have hog jows and grits.
Anytime you're ready.
Or some
Would
possum
you like
innards.
for me to get a possum off the road? I don't
Maybe.
know if it'll be fresh and possum innards. Hey, we watch the Beverly Hillbillies all the time, and that's where it's coming from. Now, I want to let you know that this zucchini is optional. It's optional, period. This has already been washed and dried too. Now, what I'm going to do is, I wonder if I should drain them. You think I should?
You're asking me, you're the cook.
Well, I think I just won't.
You reminded me of that earlier.
Well, listen, though, you're putting that cabbage and that cabbage.
I don't know.
has
I've
not-
never cooked nothing before. I don't know nothing about it.
I'll drain some of the juice out, and here's what I'm going to do.
Didn't y'all use mushrooms back in the olden days, or?
No, I didn't. Sometimes I did. You know me, I've always been, if I've got a little piece of something or something I want in it, I go at it. But it's not part of the recipe. The zucchini and the mushrooms and the raisins is not part of the recipe, okay, folks? David's being a turkey tonight, so I started to call him something ugly, but I'm not like that normally.
Normally.
Yeah, if you get on my nerves, I might call you a turd. You've been a turd. Okay, I've drained the juice off of this, and the grease, there wasn't much, but I drained it off, and what I'm going to do is, y'all know me, it can't happen. Let me get a clean one. Okay, I am going to put, now this is dark brown sugar, so you don't need as much. But when I have hamburger and tomatoes together and onion, for some reason, I got to have me some brown sugar. Now, I probably put about a tablespoon and a half is probably about all. And I'm going to mix that in there. Now keep in mind it's done been drained. You need 2 cans of diced tomatoes with green chilies. Now they got hot and they have mild. Now I bought one Kroger brand because it was a lot cheaper, but it don't tell me if it's hot or mild. And I tasted it, it's hot. But that's okay, it'll be alright.
But the other one's mild.
This one's mild.
So it's gonna be
Rotown, it says it's mild.
So it's going to be a mix.
Yeah, mix. It won't hurt nothing.
Nah, it won't hurt nothing.
Because I tell you, I put some.
Now, can you use regular tomatoes, or does it have to be that? It has to be that.
I don't see why you can't use whatever you want to, but you need to have some little green chilies, mild or
Okay.
hot. The chili, I mean, that was part of the recipe.
Okay.
Now, since I've added some extra things, mushrooms, not part of the recipe. It is not, okay?
And you drained that off too.
Optional. I drained those.
Save that jar. I like to save that jar.
I'm not going to dig it out of the trash. You can.
I'll get it
There's
later.
the lid. Okay, I've also, because I think I'm going to need more juice, I've got crushed peeled tomatoes here. It's going to be like a tomato sauce. I just feel that I'm going to need some more juice.
Good day.
And no, this is not tomato week. I was thinking about that, but it's actually a cabbage casserole. I need my thing, but my spatula. But I don't like those.
You can
things.
save that old can for me too.
No, you don't need all that junk.
I can wash paintbrushes in them.
Oh. Okay, listen, folks. I'm going to Be right back. I'm going to let that just simmer real light on here. And I'll be right back. I have to clean and cut up the cabbage some, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, I got the cabbage cleaned real good and it's ready. Now, y'all know me, and I forgot as usual, but I put about a tablespoon and a half of dark brown sugar. It's sweeter, so you don't need as much. And it tastes real good. And don't forget, the mushrooms and the zucchini is optional. And I tasted it. It's good. Real good. So you just layer your pan with a layer of this mixture here. So we're going to throw this together here and get it in the oven. So it also has to bake. And this is what you're going to do until... And listen, just cut your lettuce to whatever consistency that, your cabbage. I don't know why I keep saying lettuce, but cook your cabbage to whatever consistency you want. And like this core, you can cook it, but it's better to eat. That's mine. I shouldn't have took a bite while I was cooking. Sorry, folks. Sorry.
I did too. You didn't see it.
It's okay. Take a bite. You're not cooking. I laid them for us. You can eat the cores. You can cook them up and everything. It don't hurt them. But they're good with a little rinsing on them or a little water. They've already been washed, but it's good with a little water and some salt. You don't need no salt, so I didn't want to tell you. Okay, another layer of this.
It smells really good.
Tastes good. I got me a spoon out there and tasted it. Real good. Now listen, this called for 2 cans of Rotel tomatoes. Look, because you'll get hot and it probably won't be good unless you like spicy stuff. I added a can of pureed tomatoes because I added extra product, okay? So I actually added 3 things more that it didn't call for.
What was that?
Zucchini, mushrooms, and brown sugar, but I always use brown sugar. If I forget to tell you that I use brown sugar in hamburger dishes or something other than tacos, then you just assume that I did, okay? I don't know how many layers. I can't remember. I used to use a real long dish. This one's deep, so I don't know. I still got the long one. I've got dishes as old as my daughter. We're going to have some left to cook in some bacon grease or something. I just went ahead and cut it up because I'll have to anyway. I'll put it in a bag and put it in the refrigerator.
Well, you could maybe fry it one night.
We'll fry it probably. This will be good tonight and tomorrow.
Well, I'll sit around and munch and eat on it while watching TV. Either way. It's like eating chips or something.
Well, you got some purple cabbage in the refrigerator. That's your favorite. Now, I'm going to try to make, this is going to have to probably be the last layer. I don't like that kind like that in here, okay?
What kind?
This kind. There's nothing wrong with it, but I like the yellow, this kind.
Oh, okay.
Like, I tried to take most of these leaves off. There's nothing wrong with them, but I want this kind. I gotta leave room for the breadcrumbs. So I think that's going to be about all of the cabbage that we're going to be able to have, I'd say. I'm going to even it out here a little bit. I'll put the rest of that on the top, and we'll just set that to the side. You know, well, just like I said, I'll fry that. It won't go bad. So, fry up some bacon and throw it to it.
Let me help you.
I got it. It's resting on the side of the thing of this bowl. I just don't want to get it down in the eye.
It won't hurt it now.
That's what I said. It's 100 years old, but even if it ain't 100, it's still been a good stove. Real good.
And get you a stove that matches the new refrigerator. one of these
And
days.
dishwasher. We got a dishwasher too, but we can't put that in right yet.
We ain't got no room to put it. The kitchen's too small.
One of these days we'll get her.
I'm gonna knock this wall out right here and make a big kitchen.
You had big plans, and now you know how expensive it is since you've been working on the back room and remodeling it. But that's a big room.
All right.
Yeah, I wish I'd have had more meat to put on top. But done 2 pounds like I'm supposed to.
You had a 2 pound.
2 pounds of hamburger. Well, there's 1 chuck and 1 hamburger. So I probably it's my fault because I went away with probably half a cup of grease in that bag of hamburger. Okay, now here goes the breadcrumbs. Now you can get any kind of breadcrumbs that you want. You can get seasons. These are seasoned, and this is cornbread ones, and they're seasoned. And just spread them out over top of it.
And that's the only place you put them is on top.
Just on top. It's a real good dish. It's real good. And it's just like another casserole. It's casserole time, I think, which I make casseroles whenever I want them. And this is really fairly easy if you got your stuff ready before. I didn't have my cabbage ready and I forgot about it. I got a lot on me, you know, folks, y'all know I got a lot of medical problems, so got a lot on me sometimes and I don't always think right.
Yeah, your feet are not swollen as much as normal.
No, I have to wear them old ugly toes. And Sadie checks that microwave every time she comes down here because David won't put a lid on anything.
I forget.
And she gets him, boy. She gets him good. I feel it.
So what is that right there? Chicken noodle soup?
No, it's butter.
Oh.
I just like to rinse everything off, you know, and I might brush it on there.
So, was that melted butter?
You can put either olive oil, butter. You need to put something, though, to like, you know, to kind of...
That'd be good to pour on popcorn.
No, but I'll usually buy buttered popcorn, so I don't know why you would need that. Let's go stick to that. Well, but I want to get it all covered a little bit. And I don't want it to be all greasy.
You want me to go get one of my old paintbrushes?
I got new paintbrushes. You know, my last thing that you basted stuff with looks just like a paintbrush. I threw it away finally. It started getting some rust up on the handle, and I didn't want that in my food.
Well, get you a new one. Just tell me where to get it
I
at.
bought some. I thought I'd try this. I bought this Betty Crocker thing, and I don't think I like it that much.
It's probably made for some smaller stuff or something.
Well, it's just made to base something. I'm going to tell you, that zucchini is beautiful in there. You know, when I make a dish, I want it to look pretty also. I guess that's a girl thing. I don't know. And then men who cook are also the same way, I would think. You want it to also have some color and prettiness to it. And when I added that zucchini and the mushrooms, the zucchini mainly, man, it made it look real pretty. Well, I guess that's about as good.
Oh, there's an old piece of cabbage on that towel.
We'll eat it. It ain't dirty. That's the towel I've been drying my hands on.
Oh, that's pretty good. I think it had an ant on it.
David.
Just kidding.
You're getting on my last nerve. Well, we're going to cover it up with some foil and get it in the oven. Now, I'll tell you again, the oven's preheated from 350. This has got to cook from 40 to 45 minutes, okay? And hopefully it will be done in this big dish. Might have to go a little longer. Okay, welcome back. Now, we've got this in the oven. We've had it in the oven, so what we're going to do now is bring it out and check and see if it's done.
About how long have you had it in?
I've had it in here about close to an hour because maybe if you use a longer one, but this is deep, so it mashes it up more. So if you use a longer dish instead of that one, then maybe it won't take as long.
Thinner, in other words, I guess.
Yeah, longer. I've got one that's longer. It's real long. It is about this long. It's more than 12 inches. It's at least 18 to
shallow.
20, but it's about that deep. So.
Yeah. You want me to help you get it out?
Let me see if I can first. I might be able to. I don't know. My hands are sore. It's hot. Woo! It's hot, hot, hot. Let's check this baby and see if it's done. Oh, that looks good. Looks real good.
That smells good too.
Yeah. This is really going to be hot, taster.
It's boiling but good.
Oh, that looks so good and it's pretty. Ooh, look down there, David, how pretty.
Yeah, I see it.
Folks, I'm sorry about my cat screaming. She's got something wrong with her. I don't know what. She's lost her mind or something like us, I reckon. Let me see.
I wonder why she does that for.
I think her and baby's got in a fight now. I don't know.
She's just wanting you to hold her.
She wants me to hold her all the time when she's in the house, and I just can't. I've got too much to do.
Throw her back outside.
I'm going to. She's driving me nuts, and then I'll have to have Zoloft. I'm not on Zoloft or nothing yet, but I will be if this keeps going.
Wow, that looks good.
I think I'm going to have to put her on some, too. There you go, honey. Taste that, my love.
Better try to cool it down a little bit.
Hot, David.
Yeah, it's hot. Normally I'd just grab them up and do them, but it's still got steam coming off of that dude. I've been blowing.
It is. Would you like for me to hold the camera while they see you taste it?
Nah.
No, because you don't have a shirt and stuff on, and that's not appropriate. Some people it might be. Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Wow. It's still steaming, but it's good.
Do like your brother, just
I am.
open your mouth and shove it down your throat. He can eat it. I don't know how. I don't know how, but he can sure. Well, folks, it's very good. The tasters tasted it, and as usual, we want to thank you for watching the show, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye.